Welcome to Royal Secrets. Look who just walked in. Prince Harry is made fun of by Serena Williams in a new Meghan Markle podcast. But before we continue, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for updates. On Tuesday, Prince Harry made an unexpected guest on Meghan's podcast, Archetypes. During the show, the Duchess of Sussex discussed the unfair treatment women experience when they are deemed ambitious with athletic star Serena Williams. It happens after the professional tennis player declared earlier this month that she would be retiring from the game. Harry unexpectedly showed up in the episode. Meghan said at the start of the program, titled "The Misconception of Ambition with Serena Williams, you want to come say hi? Look at the new visitor." Williams and Meghan said hi to Harry with imitating British accents. Following the couple's decision to sign with the streaming service, Meghan this week started the Archetype podcast there. In late 2020, it was projected that an agreement Harry and Meghan struck to host and create podcasts will be worth about £18 million. 2 years after the duo collaborated with the business, Markle launched her podcast. At that time, James Corden and Elton John were among the guests on the debut episode of Harry and Meghan's podcast, Archwell Audio. According to the podcast's description on the streaming service, Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, investigates the labels that seek to hold women back in her groundbreaking new podcast, Archetypes. In order to understand the roots of these stereotypes, Meghan will consult historians and other experts. She will also speak candidly with women who are all too familiar with how these typecasts influence our narratives. Meghan discussed the types of guests who would be included throughout the season and what they would discuss when the podcast was first announced in March. "This is how we talk about women, the words that raise our girls, and how the media reflects women back to us," she teased. But where do these stereotypes come from? And how do they continue to appear in our lives and define them? Feminist work revealed by Meghan Markle in childhood letter to Hillary Clinton, sexist. The Duchess of Sussex reveals in her newest podcast that Meghan Markle addressed a letter to Hillary Clinton when she was just 11 years old to express her displeasure over a sexist advertisement. My first episode of the Duchess of Sussex's Archetypes podcast on Spotify has been made available. The debut edition of the podcast, which was jointly produced by Archwell Audio, Gimlet, and Spotify, featured a discussion between Meghan and tennis great Serena Williams. The episode includes discussions on sexism, female ambition, and parenting. In fact, Meghan shares a tale at the beginning of the first episode that demonstrates how passionate she has always been about equality. "When I was 11 years old, I watched a commercial that transformed the way that I understood my place in the world," Meghan explains at the beginning of the episode. To be clear, it wasn't because this advertisement was a particularly clever marketing ploy. In actuality, the opposite was true. An advertisement started playing while we were watching TV in my 6th grade classroom. The product was for women all over America fighting greasy pots and pans, according to the narrator of the advertisement for Ivory dishwashing liquid. Meghan continued by saying that she was so outraged by the sexist remark that she submitted letters of complaint to several persons. She wrote to the First Lady at the time, Hillary Clinton, in addition to approaching the business whose product was featured in the advertisement. "Even at the age of 11, I wanted to cover all my bases, so I also picked up a pen and wrote letters to my news source at the time, Linda Ellerby, who had a kids' news program, and then to formidable lawyer Gloria Allard. I finally wrote the soap producer. After a few weeks, to my astonishment, I received letters of support from Gloria Allard, Linda Ellerby, and Hillary Clinton. It was incredible." The soap maker, Procter & Gamble, changed the commercial for their Ivory Clear dishwashing liquid about a month after the kids' news show brought a camera crew to my house to cover the issue. "People all across America" was substituted for "women all over America are fighting greasy pots and pans." I suddenly realized the significance of what I had done. By advocating for equality at the age of 11, I made my modest contribution. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for updates.